Good evening, everybody. As always, I'm Blobby Butler, and this is DRS, 8 PM on a Monday night. Brand new season. Max World has ridden off into the distance as the world champion. Marvsky is also a reserve this season. You'll notice he's in today. We've got some new blood and some familiar faces as well. Good evening to Bazza in the chat, and Happy New Year to you as well, aka Mrs. Senna. Just looking at the records posted in the excellent stats section by Smug. And it's very interesting to see people's previous records at the track. Swanton and Syme, the previous winners. Mr. Pickle has timed out on us, so I'm sure someone will try and get him back in. Good evening to Stacey in the chat. Hope you're enjoying your evening. Could be a long one for me, with a 100% race at Canada to come to finish Blobby Mondays. We have got 18 in. Mr. Pickle appears to still be on the list, but timed out. We are live, of course, on Twitch and Kick, and on the Dynamic Racing Series Twitch as well. As always, your Monday night action, as we have both Hasses on the way out. One of them is the newcomer, DC. Don't know if that's a tribute to David Coulthard, but there he is, and his teammate this season is Easy Life, who hasn't had the most fun around here with I think a best finish of 15th. Marvsky also on the way out. He DNF'd on his only visit to Monaco in DRS. Can you tell I've been looking at Smug's excellent stats graphics before we've come on air tonight? The commentator did his research. It'll never catch on. Both the Kick Saubers are out now with the Ferraris. The Red Bulls as well. A bit of 2x2 formation at the moment. So Monaco then, what can we expect? We are going to go with the debutant on the first hot lap of the session. It's DC in the Haas. And he's invalidated. So we'll come away from him. And let's see how Easy Life gets on instead. Did enjoy my visit to Monaco in November. To the famous hairpin and through the tunnel, etc. Took a little boat trip across the harbour. Very nice. Strange to be in a place so familiar that you've never been before. And Easy Life now invalidates as well. So we'll check in on the Ferraris. Marvsky behind Jax. Jax is invalidated as well. So we go with Marvsky, who's going to hopefully set the first time now. And somebody's back in the pits. We'll just check Discord messages as Marvsky does 110.3 to start us off, but Senna has beaten that in the Kick Sauber 109.5. Going to take some getting used to him being in a kick Sauber. Project Taiwan 11.3. His new teammate. Sainsy in the Williams 110.5 goes to third. Syme goes quickest in the V-Carb 109.4. Of course, all change in terms of who's where in the constructors. Colin with a 110.1 goes to third. Ruzhniko's on the board with a 112. Just have a quick look at Discord briefly as more times start to come in. Lake Bloomer 110.7 in the Alpine. Mr. Pickle trying to get an invite earlier. Here we go. Nonsense and that nonsense. This was still up there, that's fine. Apologies, Sloth is out! He wasn't out on track, and I believe, for some reason, he's out. Not sure what's happened there, but Sloth will be starting from the back. DC's back out and on his way. Swanton's on the board, a 109.8 for the Alpine. Just been overtaken there by Marvsky with a 109.8 as well. Jax is back out after invalidating earlier, as is DC. On his way now, yet to see for the Aston Martin pairing of 50 Gent and Joker. Smug is on his way as well in the Mercedes. His teammate King Kong yet to surface. Hopefully Mr. Pickle is over his connection issues. He's on an outlap now. Here comes DC around the final corner smoothly and up towards the line he comes and puts it on pole with a 109.0. The newcomer showing his pace. Smug does a 112.1 and goes into 10th. Here is Jax Daniels now making another attempt. Got some yellow flags in sector 1 just as people on out and in laps try and get out of the way. Difficult to do sometimes here at Monaco. Jax this time has not invalidated through the chicane. Keeps it tidy through there. And this looks a good one for the Ferrari. Towards the line he comes. 109.4, it is a good one for the Ferrari. It's P3. Swanton has gone to P2 with a 109.2. Jax 109.4, P3 from Syme, then Senna. Mr. Pickle in 8th, 110.2 ahead of his teammate Sainsy. Joker's on his way now. King Kong on an outlap. And Rouge Nico is out. And has that been a crash for Rouge Nico? We'll try and work it out here. Or is he back in the pits? Nico is out. He has set a time. Joker goes 6th with a 109.4. And look at that. Syme, Jax and Joker. All 100th of a second separating them. Here is King Kong. Senna's gone second, 109.2. Top 7 in the 109s. Then just 4 of them in the 110s. 5 of them now. Sainsy, 109.9 for P8. Just 4 drivers in the 110s. Project Ty 111. Nico 112. Easy Life 114. And 3 without setting a time. That includes King Kong, who's invalidated this attempt. 50 Gent remains in the pits. Jax is going again. We'll see how he's doing. He's a couple of tenths down. Joker comes across the line to start another attempt. One of those tracks where you can charge the battery quite quickly and make multiple attempts without pitting. Easy Life crosses the line to start another lap. Mr. Pickle improves to P8 ahead of his teammate again. Just 109.9s for both the Williams pairing. At the moment, the flying Pro-Am is Jax Daniels, who is out performing his teammate Marvsky. And he's up there in P5. Joker returns to the pit lane. Marvsky close to his time this time round. As Williams goes straight on to stay out of the way. Marvsky now tearing time off, but he's invalidated. And that could cost him a few places on the grid. King Kong 110.2 ahead of Smug now. Here is Swanton. He's doing another outlap. Kong has invalidated. Al Newt is here. And now I'm confused because I thought he was the Ferrari. There's a couple of seats spare. One a McLaren and a V-Carb. Al Newt, of course, the Pro-Am champion of last season, as 50 Gent now begins his first attempt. He's left it a bit late with 5 minutes to go as he comes through Casino Square. And into the tunnel. So Al Newt has joined, but whether he'll be able to get in a car and join in, I'm unsure. He has. He's going to be in a McLaren. And he's still got time to come out and set a lap, potentially. As here comes 50. That's a 1:13.2 for 50 Gent, putting him right at the back at the moment. Easy Life has improved to a 1:11.8. Project Ty's now in the 110s. 1:10.7 for him, behind Late Bloomer 1:10.6. Smugs 1:10.5. King Kong 1:10.2. Colin 1:10.1. The Williams pairing both on 1:09.9s. Marvsky a 1:09.8. And into the wall goes Marvsky and out! Marvsky's had a massive smash there. Huge accident. Swanton has invalidated. Syme now tearing some time off of his. 3 minutes to go. Massive smash leaves Marvsky out of it. Smug has gone ahead of Colin, and Late Bloomer's also gone ahead of Colin, both in the 1:10.1s. Senna's on his way out trying to get to pole. Syme could be on his way there himself. 4/10 up here. Syme round the last corner. Is it going to be enough for pole position? Yes, it is. It's a 1:08.9 for Syme. He's won here in DRS twice before. And he is now on provisional pole with 2 minutes to go. DC's on his outlap. The newcomer is going to have to do more if he wants a maiden pole. Senna is out there as well, and Senna's improving now. Senna improving as well. Syme has set the bar. 1.5 minutes to go. Doesn't look as if Al Newt is going to set a lap, so it'll be McLaren at the back with Sloth and Al Newt. Senna though, is he going to do it? Senna now towards the line. Oh, he's just missed out. He's second. 1:08.9. A 100th of a second off Syme's time. Let's go to DC. Swanton still on his outlap. He is going to get there, I think, with still 45 seconds left. He crosses the line now to start his attempt. We'll keep an eye on who'll be the last one over to start their last hot lap, as yellow flags start appearing all over the place for slow moving traffic, people coming back into the pit lane. Newty is on an outlap, but is he going to make it? I don't think he is. I don't think Newty is going to make it to start a lap. Meanwhile, DC, purple sectors, can he go back to pole position? Yes, he can! 1:08.6 as the checkered flag goes. Is Syme going to improve again? No, he isn't. Here's Jax, he's invalidated. Swanton now coming round through the last corner. And Swanton, slight improvement, but stays fourth. Mr. Pickle has gone fifth with a 1:09.1. Joker's still out there and improving rapidly on his time. Could there be a twist in the tail here for Joker in the Aston Martin? Towards the line he comes. No, there isn't. And he stays 7th. Sainzy's invalidated. King Kong crosses the line with no improvement. So that's going to be that. And it is going to be DC who takes a maiden pole position on his debut. Syme will join him on the front row, just ahead of Senna, with Swanton and Mr. Pickle next from Jax Daniels, who is the quickest of the Pro-Ams. And take a breath, folks. DC then, 108.6 takes it. The next two, Syme and Senna, both of the 108.9s. Swanton in 4th. Mr. Pickle, Jax Daniels with the Pro-Am pole. Joker in 7. Marvsky down in 8th. He'll be disappointed with that, especially having a big smash as well. Saintsy P9 from Late Bloomer in 10. Then Smug, Colin, King Kong. Project Ty in 14th. Easy Life 15th. Rouge Nico, 50 Gent. And the two McLarens of Sloth and Al Newt both not setting a time. We will see the pit wall for a little while. That beautiful cityscape in the hills behind is really a lovely place. If you ever get the chance to visit, go and do it. Lovely place. Really, really posh place. If you're a peasant like me, you'll feel right out of place, but very nice place to visit. We will just go through the driver lineup, seeing as we haven't got any haven't got any standings to give you at the moment, obviously, with it being the first of a new season. Skippy is the usual McLaren seat. Al Newt is normally the Ferrari, but Marvsky was sitting in for him today. Skippy normally the McLaren Pro-Am, with Sloth the Pro. Rouge Nico and Colin are the Red Bulls. Jax Daniels and Al Newt the normal Ferraris. Marvsky in for Al Newt today. And Al Newt moved to McLaren for the day. King Kong and Smug in Mercedes. 50 Gent and Joker and Aston Martin. Late Bloomer and Swanton. Missing today is El Guerrero. He's the V-Carb Pro-Am, along with Syme. Project Ty and Senna are in Kick Sauber. Sainzy and Mr. Pickle in Williams. Easy Life and DC are the Haas team. Join us a bit later on for Blobby Mondays from Canada, 100% race, preceded by the short quali. And Alex Sim Racer is confirmed as the two-time world champion, and he's absent for the race, so potentially could be a new winner, bringing some originals back as well for the final race. Baker is in, as well as Magnatex and Wildcat, Adkins, Wabster, all joining in tonight for the 100% race in Canada. And Alex will be watching and seeing if he's managed to get the Constructors' Championship basically on his own. or if McLaren or Haas can maybe pinch it at the death. McLaren and Haas both in with a chance. The reigning champs, of course, Alex Pixie and Bracey. Haas, Dean and Jazbodge. And Bracey and Dean also battling for third place in the Drivers' Championship behind Alex and Craggy. Craggy, of course, former DRS champ. Here we go then, on the formation lap, and some differences in tyres down after the front four rows. Front four rows all going for mediums. Sainsy, Late Bloomer and Smug going for hards. Smug's teammate King Kong also going for hards. Easy Life, the outlier, on softs. So quite a few teams doing the same thing here. And both McLarens have been disqualified from the formation lap. So they're going to have some cold tyres and a bit of a wait. Most of the teams then are doing the same thing in terms of tyres. Haas are different. Haven't got the second V-carb on, so Syme has free run of that garage. Kick-Sauber go the same. Alpine go different. Williams go different. Ferrari go the same, and they're 6 and 8. So they're quite close together. Aston Martin go the same. And so do Mercedes. And now 2 more DQs from the formation lap. Rouge Nico and Easy Life. And Red Bull also the same, both on mediums. Mercedes both on hards. As they'll come through the cars on the back of the grid who are already parked up. We'll see a few more DQs for parking. One for Jack Daniels there.
Good luck, everyone.
As I'm wishing everybody good luck. They sit on the grid. Here we go. It's not a great grid position camera-wise, but we'll deal with it when we can. Senna had a really good start there. And so did Mr. Pickle. And up into turn 1, Syme. Is he going to take the lead? Yes, he is. Syme into the lead. Syme takes the lead from DC. Then Senna, Mr. Pickle, Joker, Swanton. The Swanton, not a great start. Then the Ferraris of Jack Daniels and Marvsky. And almost into the back of Pickle goes Joker. But Syme has taken the lead. He knows what it takes to get the win here. Al Newt had a great start. He's up to 15th. But there's a yellow back there somewhere. And Project Ty's now been disconnected. He was up in 13th and he'll drop back. I'm going to try and get him back in. I have sent you an invite, sir. And Easy Life's out of the race. Easy Life is out of the race. And at the moment it's just waved yellows. And his car has been removed. Syme has got through the first lap okay. And leads. From DC, Senna, Mr. Pickle, Joker, Swanton, Jack Daniels from Marvsky. Maybe a switcheroo for Ferrari coming up soon. Or does Jack need Marvsky to rear gun for him ahead of Sainsy? Sloth is in the pits.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Good morning to the reigning champ. Max Wild's in the chat. Swanton trying to get close enough to Joker to maybe make a move up the inside into the chicane. Very difficult place to overtake here at Monaco, of course. Colin trying also to get close to Smug, who had a big lock up into the corner. Just saw a face full of smoke there for Colin. Project Ty has managed to get back in his car and didn't lose too many places, which is good. The disconnect. Syme fastest lap of the race once again, but it's beaten by Mr. Pickle. As Smug and Colin now side by side, and there was contact and a bit of car came off there. I'm not sure whose car it was, but let's see as they're bunching up in behind. There was certainly a bit of bodywork came off something. Colin's front wing looks okay, and he's still climbing all over the back of Smug. Smug's front wing looks okay as well. So I'm just going to try and inspect the cars for damage as I watch them come through. It is King Kong who has broken his front wing, I believe. I believe it is King Kong's front wing that is broken. There you see it. And he is pursued by Al Newt and Project Tyre Rouge Nico. No change in order at the front at the moment. Syme from DC and Senna. Still no big gaps forming either. They've got a bit of a gap to Mr. Pickle. King Kong, 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as he comes to fix that front wing. And I don't think they fixed it. They didn't fix the wing. Disaster at Mercedes for King Kong. And this really sums up why he remains in the Pro-Am. He's often up there fighting for top 4, top 5 places, but just does. Oh, and off is DC! DC into the wall! And Senna got caught up behind him. DC went into the wall, and now there's a cavalry of cars coming up behind. Did Senna get damaged? DC's now got a penalty on top of that. Colin's out of the race. Out of the race is Colin, and we got a safety car. Colin's car is right across the track, and we have a safety car. DC and Senna are in the pits.
Excited to see how this season plays out.
Marvsky also in the pits. Certainly exciting always to see how a new season goes. Senna's not fixed his front wing. Senna's not fixed his front wing. DC, I think, did, but he's dropped behind Marvsky. Project Ty in the pits. Rouge Nico in the pits. Colin is out. Mr. Pickle is now up to second. Senna is the highest of those who have pitted. He's come back out in 8th place, but they didn't fix his front wing. Smug is 9th from Al Newt, now up to 10th. Remember, he started at the back of the field. Marvsky and DC have also pitted. DC fixed his front wing and dropped behind Marvsky as a result. And 50 Gent, Project Tyre Rouge Nico boxed. Sloth boxed early. And King Kong is the last one back out of the pits, as I believe he pitted twice, as they didn't fix his wing the first time round. They have now. So safety car will go round for at least one more lap, probably 2, as King Kong's about 3/4 of a lap down. And everybody is still on the same lap. We're on lap 6 of 39. And no sign of Senna boxing again at this point. Track position, of course, so important here, but a real faux pas for the teams to not be fixing broken wings when they need to. Having watched a few of Senna's streams, I'm sure there will be a swear word or two omitted about that. As we go through the streets of Monte Carlo. DC the only one now with a penalty. King Kong served his speeding penalty, another reason to box again, of course, as well as the front wing incident. And we see the end of the safety car at this lap. Oh, and DC's got a 10-second penalty. He's hit Marvsky. DC has hit Marvsky and he's smashed his front wing and picked up a 10-second penalty, and the safety car is in this lap. So Syme will take over pace in the field. Vastly experienced campaigner. And two-time former winner here. Senna has passed late bloomer well before the safety car. Now DC's in the pits, so he drops down. We are back racing again, and Syme's away in the lead. I think Senna, though, passed late bloomer a bit early, so I'm not sure what happened there, but he continues round. He's got a broken wing, of course. And Syme now trying to gap Mr. Pickle. We've lost Colin and Easy Life so far. DC just coming out of the pits. It's turned into a bit of a nightmare for him after a maiden pole position on debut. And the Haas team one out and one last. V-Carb, one runner, one leader. Single-handed today is Syme, but it's a good start so far for him and for them. DRS now enabled after one lap, and crucially Mr. Pickle is already out of range. Joker closing up the hill on Mr. Pickle. I know these two like a fight. Mr. Pickle just covering the inside as they come down the hill. Swanton looks on from in behind. Then it's Jax Daniels and Sainsey, who may have their own battle in the Pro-Ams to do. Williams at the moment sitting pretty nicely in second and sixth. Marvsky now trying to make moves. He is in 11th place behind our Newt. Good showing from Newty from the back of the grid, up to 10th place so far. Project Ty getting very close to the back of 50 Gent. Really is a difficult place to try and make an overtake though. Syme increasing the gap in front now. Pickle got his eyes on his mirrors and Joker. Marvsky getting very close but still can't find a way by Al Newt. Project Ty similar with 50 Gent in front of him. Rouge Nico now followed by Sloth and King Kong. Oh, almost contact there from Sloth on the back of Nico, who gets a penalty. And off is DC again. Again he's off, and again he smashed his front wing. Project Ty makes a move on 50 Gent into the chicane. Project Ty up to P12. King Kong's picked up a penalty as Nico continues to hold up. He and Sloth just ahead. Joker getting very close to the back of Mr. Pickle as Syme continues to clear away. Late Bloomer's now got a queue behind him of Smug, Al Newt, Marvsky. And DC is in big trouble. Another yellow flag as he slows.
Red Hot.
And we've got subs. We've got a gifted sub from Stacey to Bazar. Thank you very much to Stacey there for the gifted sub. DC's in the pits again. He might be calling it a day, as he's going to be a lap down in a minute, as Syme is going to come round to lap him. There he goes. He will be a lap down, and he will be in amongst traffic when he comes back out. So it's gone really wrong for him. Sloth and King Kong now getting by Rouge Nico, who has had a crash and broken his front wing. Nico with a broken wing. And into the wall goes Nico, and he's going to have to back out of there and crawl into the pits. Q still behind Late Bloomer, including Smargow, Newt, Marvsky. Marvsky trying to find a way by, but it's so difficult here. Joker still stuck behind Mr. Pickle. But Syme has not quite cleared away as quickly as he may have done. Sloth and King Kong continue to pursue 50 Gent. Al Newt's picked up a penalty there. You saw him go over the chicane a bit.
No problem at Bazar _ 1610. Glad it was gifted to a regular.
And now Smug's Mercedes ghosting for some reason there. This is personally why I switched the ghosting off on my own league, because it's just unpredictable. The two of them in behind are going side by side. Marvsky, is he going to get the move this time? No, he isn't. Marvsky, for a second I thought he was going to get by Al Newt there, but nothing doing. Pickles just put a bit of pace in here and started to close the gap a bit to Syme. Back down to 1.5 seconds. We're on lap 12 of 39. Still a long way to go here. Sainsey closing on Jax Daniels. This the battle for the Pro-Am victory, of course.
Where are you racing tonight, Blobby?
It's Canada 100% race tonight for Blobby Mondays. We start at 9:45. And if you want a seat, there's one for you. Marvsky going to go around the outside, is he? Tries the switchback. Does he get it? Yes, he does. What a move. As Sainsey takes the lead in the Pro-Am from Jax Daniels. And could they have been distracted there by DC? They were lapping him. But Sainsey's taken full advantage and taken the Pro-Am lead. Marvsky, what a move that was on Al Newt. And he can now try and get after Smug. on board with Marvsky. Sloth and Kong still stuck behind 50 Gent. He's doing a good job. In 13th, into the pits comes Jack Daniels. And hard tyres go on for him. And a caution in sector 3 is Mercedes, is it? Al Newt! Al Newt's had an incident and has broken his wing. And now 50 Gent and Sloth have both been passed by King Kong. So was there an incident there? I think there was, because 50 now has lost his front wing. He's broken his front wing and been overtaken by Sloth. Marvsky getting very close to Smug. Is he going to go for a dive on the chicane? No, he isn't. He'll stay on board though. He tries to stick with him. Syme into the pit lane. From the lead, Mr. Pickle takes the lead. From Joker in second. Swanton in third. Sainsey will go into fourth place. Senna ahead now of Syme. Al Newt with a penalty. Late Bloomer goes through. Smug's in the pits. Marvsky goes through ahead of Syme. Project Tie up into the top 10. With Jackson, we've got a yellow flag again. I think that's 50 Gent again. He's made it into the pit lane though. Smug, Al Newt and 50 are in the pits. So it's all changed here. It's Mr. Pickle in the lead from Joker. Swanton in third. Sainsey up to fourth. DC trying to unlap against everybody at the moment, I think. Senna is fifth from Late Bloomer in sixth. Then Marvsky. Simon's rejoined in eighth. Project Tie is ninth. Jack Daniels is next in 10th. Then it's King Kong, Sloth from Smug. Our Newt's back out in 14th. Rouge Nico, 50 Gent and DC, who is now unlapping quite rapidly. Jax picks up a penalty. DC, that's him unlapping from Sainsey. The problem he's got, of course, is blue flags will continue as long as anybody's close behind him. So even if he's got the pace, this might be difficult. Joker getting close to Pickle. We'll go there in a second. Just replying to a text there. Joker really closing in, trying to put some pressure on Mr. Pickle. The front three are the only medium runners left out there from the start. So it's got to be pit stop time soon, and it is for Joker. Joker into the pits. Pickle continues on, as does Swanton. Sainsey now up to third. Senna goes through into fourth. Late Bloomer into fifth. Marvsky into sixth. Syme ahead of Joker as well. But Joker rejoins in eighth, ahead of Project Tie and Jax Daniels. Pickle now holding off Swanton. Sainsey behind DC, who has managed to unlap, but needs to now hope that these three all pit quite quickly so they can get back on the same lap and then hope for a safety car, I guess. That's got to be his strategy here. Swanton, of course, a master of tyre management. No surprise to see him going long and into the pit lane. comes Mr. Pickle, and a yellow, I think, was Sloth. Sloth was passed by Smug, and maybe has broken his wing again. Indeed, Joker making a move on Late Bloomer, who Late Bloomer's off. Late Bloomer's off into the wall. He's managed to keep it going, but he had to back it out for a minute, and he's lost a couple of places. Jax Daniels, I think, had to give the place back for some reason. But he'll now attack up the hill. Mr. Pickle has rejoined right in front of Joker, which will frustrate the hell out of him. Syme has now closed up on Marvski. Saintsy's up to second now behind Swanton. The two Alpines both yet to pit, as well as Saintsy's Williams. Senna picks up a penalty in third place. The Mercedes pairing might look to do a switch round in a minute, as King Kong on older tyres is ahead of Smug, and they do in the tunnel. Smug ahead now of his teammate Swanton into the pits finally. Senna also in. DC is out of the race. DC is out. Saintsy now leads. And where are they going to come out? Pickle and Joker ahead of Swanton. Project Tie, Jax and Late Bloomer are ahead of Senna. Nico's got a penalty. Senna's going to come out behind the Mercedes pair. Is that DC's car rejoining? It is. He pit and quit and his car has rejoined. So I hope it doesn't get in anybody's way. Let's just keep an eye on that. Saintsy leads the race. Syme closing up on Marvski. DC's car's still out there on track. Syme having a look up the inside of Marvski and gets it. Nice move. Marvski's going to try and fight it back, but Syme has the fresher rubber, and Syme is back up to P2 and will retake the lead when Sainsy eventually boxes. Senna's out of the race. Out of the race is Senna. Senna's binned it on the chicane, and he is gone. Not a happy hunting ground this for Senna, and he is out. Becomes our fourth casualty of the race. And it's been cleared up quite quickly, so no safety car, which Sainsy would have really enjoyed. He still leads though. And he's done almost 20 laps now on these tyres. Syme is second, Marvski in third, but surely having to box again soon. Then it's Mr. Pickle from Joker, Swanton. They've managed to stay in the same order they were in. Project Tie is up to P7 but has to box again shortly. His long-term friend Jax Daniels is closing up on him now. Blobby Monday teammates, of course. Late Bloomer has also not boxed yet. He is still out there being chased by Smug. Sainsy continuing on. All getting a bit close in behind Marvski. Jax Daniels making a move on Project Tie. And Project Tie just had to get out of that one before they rubbed wheels a little too much. And both ended up in a wall. Swanton again closes on Joker. Mr. Pickle now picks a penalty.
Race so far.
Very interesting race so far. DC showing all the pace to get to pole and then having an absolute nightmare Senna right up there early as well and out. Syme showing his experience so far. Syme shows his experience so far and could be heading for another Monaco victory. Pickle and Joker and Swanton all trying to get to Marvsky here, who's holding them up a bit on older tyres. Such is the nature of Monaco. Saintsy and Late Bloomer still yet to box. But Syme is absolutely tearing into the lead. Syme's absolutely tearing into the lead, and Saintsy's out of the race. Saintsy's binned it. Saintsy's binned it. Unbelievable. Just Syme was catching. Saintsy's tyres must have been screaming, and he's now binned it into the chicane, the same place Senna went out. And we've got a VSC at this point, though the car has been removed. Syme retakes the lead. Late Bloomer will surely box shortly. Into the pits comes Marvsky, which releases Mr. Pickle, Joker and Swanton. And now Syme's going to drive through. Just as we were talking about him using his experience, Syme has got a drive through that's probably going to cost him the win. Unbelievable. Late Bloomer finally into the pit box. Marvsky exiting. And Marvsky exiting ahead of the two Mercedes. Late Bloomer behind them. And the McLaren of Sloth. Is he going to be ahead of Al Newt? Just about, I think. Yes. So Late Bloomer rejoins in P11. Bruce Nico's in the pits again, which will relegate him behind 50 Gent to 14th. Saintsy and Senna both victim to the chicane. Syme victim of the VSC and the Delta, and he is going to go through the pit lane now. So Mr. Pickle is going to take the lead, but he does have a time penalty. So to take the net lead will be Joker. Syme drops behind the front three and will rejoin in 4th ahead of Jack Daniels, who pits. Jack's had broken his front wing, so that's the reason for that pit stop. Marvsky now up to P6. Pickle has 3 seconds, I believe. King Kong is also in the pits again. Just put the penalties up for you there. 3 seconds for most of them. 6 for Al Newt and Nico. Marvsky now with a penalty as well. He passes Project Tie. Marvsky made a pass on Project Tie and picked up a penalty at the same time. Smug having a look, trying to follow Marvsky through against Project, who's still got a pit. Again, Sloth, 22 laps in those tyres now, and a broken wing. Surely he's going to have to pit again at some point. Jax is on the case of Al Newt now, and looking for a way by. Go side by side. Can he go to the outside? Bit of a wheel bump. And now there's a Mercedes of his King Kong who's in the wall. King Kong's put it in the wall. Hello to Noodles in the chat. Just keep an eye on the clock as well. We are starting at 9:45 in Blobby Monday today. Slightly earlier because it's a 100% race. King Kong into the pits after that crash. 50 Gent climbing the order nicely. He's into 12th. Project Ty at the moment is the Pro-Am leader. Smug having a look at him once again. King Kong's going to rejoin in last place. He's been in the pits about 6 times today. And did he just get lapped? Yes. He's been lapped by the front 4. "13 laps to go, and now have we got King Kong off again?" Yes, we have. King Kong's in the wall again. And there goes a bit of his wing, and there's a reset to track for him, but he was ghosted. But it's not turned out too well for him today either. Monaco can be a very cruel place. Smug still trying to get past Project Ty, who is the Pro-Am leader. Late Bloomer and Jack Daniels also in the top 10 as Pro-Ams. Pickle needs 3 seconds. He's got 1.2 at the moment. Joker needs to keep Swanton behind him. Syme has got 8 seconds to find to try and join this battle. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. The drive-through costing him a victory, potentially. King Kong's in the pits again. Our Newt is picking up a penalty. King Kong manfully continuing, I think. But he has been lapped by almost everybody. Still, Smug tries to find a way past Project Ty. So difficult to see a gap. And now a Red Bull in trouble. It's Nico who's in trouble now. And he's completely smashed his front wing off. And now picks up a penalty as he's trying to hobble back to the pits. But no front wing on that car at all. And he pulls into the pit lane. And retires. So Nico's out.
Mr. Blogs.
Hello, Magnatex in the chat. Good evening. So Nico out of the race. Our 6th DNF of the race. Smug made a mistake somewhere and dropped a bit away from Project Ty, who's surely going to have to box again. Project Ty and Sloth going crazy amount of laps on the tyres. Late Bloomer has now caught Sloth, who's got 26 laps in his tyres and just gets a nudge there from Late Bloomer. Jack Daniels is not far behind these two. Pickle can't really stretch the gap as much as he needs to. Syme is closing a bit as we look at Late Bloomer trying to get by Sloth. And Jack Daniels closing in on them as well. Now is Late Bloomer close enough for a move, this time on Sloth. He goes for the inside. He can't make it happen, but he's trying to get some more momentum up the hill. Jack Daniels has joined these two now. Smug continues to look for a way by Project Ty. And Swanton is still stuck behind Joker, and Mr. Pickle has now got 2 of those 3 seconds away. As we stay with late bloomer. And a caution in sector 1. I'm not sure what that was for. Maybe somebody being lapped. Jack's just lost a little bit of time there. They come through the swimming pool section and down to the Rascas. And a bit of contact and more contact and a big crash! A big crash for Late Bloomer and Sloth. Late Bloomer's come off the worst of it, and now there's a virtual safety car. Late Bloomer's out of the race. Late Bloomer is out of the race. We've got a virtual safety car. And Mr. Pickle is going to pit. It's a full safety car. The safety car is on the track. Joker takes the lead. Swanton is now in second. Pickle has pit, as has Syme. 50 Gent also a lap down. Marvsky now into the pits. Syme goes for softs. But another safety car. Marvsky, Smug, Project Tie all in the pits. Sloth will surely follow. He does, as does Jax as well. And now Newt continues on. So Newty's going to continue on and take track position. He goes all the way up to 6th, in fact. Ahead of Smug, Project, Sloth, Jax and 50. .50 is at the moment catching the queue. He's out of sync. He's a lap down, as is King Kong. Jax is still on the same lap. The top 10 will catch the field. There's a big spin from King Kong. Big spin under safety car from Kong. And he's going to spin it round using the reset to track option. And he's broken his front wing again, and he might be in the pits for about the 18th time today. That 32 begins then of 39. And it's all change at the front. Joker leading from Swanton. Mr. Pickle, who does have 3-second penalty, but fresh tyres. Then Syme and Marvsky on fresh tyres. Al Newt decides to box this lap. Maybe just avoiding the double box, double stack with his teammate the last time round. We'll see if it's done him any favours. It may have done, but Project Tie goes through. Is he going to be ahead of his teammate or not? No, he isn't. He's going to be behind. And Jax as well. So Newty rejoins in 10th. But he'll be comfortably there as the two behind him are a lap down and already in the queue. So we probably expect another lap after this one with the safety car on track. So can Joker and Swanton stay ahead of the charging field on fresh tyres? Mr. Pickle, Syme, Marvsky, Smug. Then the Pro-Am leader, Project Tie, who utilised the safety car very well after a long stint to keep that Pro-Am lead. And Sloth, Jack Daniels, Al Newt, 50 Gent and King Kong. So it's Project and Jax who are looking like they're going to be the top two on their Pro-Am debut as full-time drivers here. Senna, not a happy bunny. I did assume that, actually. There's some unfortunate goings on with not changing the wing, and then obviously the accident, seeing a DNF. 7 of them now out of the race. Just 12 remaining. Safety car should be away this lap as everybody is now in the queue. 50 Gents and King Kong are down by a lap. As you can see by 50 Gents gap being 1:32. Hopefully when the new game hits in the summer they'll fix that so that lapped cars are allowed to overtake and re-catch up, because it's a kind of race ruiner for a lap down. Joker then will pace the field. And now Al Newt has got a 10-second penalty. He's hit Jack Daniels. I think somebody else got a penalty as well there. Not entirely sure, but Joker will take them away. I'll just double check that. It was Al Newt and Sloth, both McLarens. Both McLarens picking up penalties there. Al Newt straight into the pits. Joker, Swanton, Pickle from Syme, Marsky, Smug. Then 50 Gent in Ghost mode. Al Newt is returning to the track. Pickle going for Swanton. Going for the outside. Wheel to wheel. Still wheel to wheel. As Max said earlier, Mr. Pickle trying to overtake in Monaco. What could go wrong? Let's find out. Syme in 4th, Marsky, Smug. Everybody in with a chance now, but Joker has the advantage at the moment. From Swanton, then Pickle. DRS is enabled. Not the huge advantage on this track that it is on some others, but it can help down that start-finish straight down into Saint-Devote. Swanson right behind Joker, right on his diffuser. Front 5 all separated by half a second each. Little bit of a gap forming to Smug and Project High. As they all come round there, not many laps to go. Lap 35 now, 39. Can Joker hold on for a famous victory? Swanson having a look. Nothing doing there. They all come through so close together. Is anyone going to get a move with DRS? Mr. Pickle goes to the outside of Swanson. Swanson defends it. Pickle's going to try up the hill. Side by side again. Side by side again, Pickle and Swanson. This could end in tears, and Pickle just brushed the wall there. And now Syme can have a look up his inside. And they're side by side down to the hairpin. And Pickle's going to keep it there. And Syme into the wall. And Joker ghosting briefly, which could give Swanson an opportunity for the lead. Joker's broken his wing, I think. Al Newt, fastest lap of the race. Joker has indeed broken his wing. And now Swanton and Pickle and Syme all closing. Their sharks are smelling blood, but Joker is practically being pushed through the corner. Into the pits comes Mr. Pickle. Swanton's continuing on to try and get Joker. Joker's really struggling with his broken wing now. 3 laps to go. What a race to start a new season. Joker runs a bit wide. Swanton almost hit him. Is this the moment for Swanton up the inside? No, it isn't. Mr. Pickle's going to rejoin in 9th. And now into the back of Syme goes Marvsky. Has Syme got some front wing damage? Yes, he has. Joker's got clear damage. Syme's got a bit of damage as well.
Awesome racing for the top 3.
The top 3 quickly becoming the top 5 or 6 as Joker holds everybody up, and Jack Daniels is out of the race. Another victim of the chicane. Jack Daniels is gone. Jack Daniels out of the race. 2 laps to go. Joker, Swanton, Syme, Marvsky, Smug, Project Ty, Sloth. All in with a shout. Swanton, decent exit. Syme, even better exit behind. Joker's just going to try and make his car as wide as he can. And a bit more contact. Can Swanton find a move? Pickle's in the pits again. Maybe they didn't fix his wing, or I'm not sure what's happened to him there. He had a free pit stop anyway, I think. With Al Newt maybe going to get him now. Al Newt does. So not quite a free pit stop. Joker, Swanton, Syme, Marvsky, Smug and Project Ty. Project Ty, my pick for driver of the day with his Pro-Am victory here. He's right in with the leaders, potentially. Syme almost into the back of Swanton. They round the corner for the final lap. Syme pulls it to the outside. Is he going to have a look at Swanton? Can Joker hold on for a famous victory? Syme all over the back of Swanton. Marvsky's still there. Smug's still there. All in hope for a podium. Yellow flag. I'm not sure why in Sector 2. But we're staying with the leaders. Swanton trying everything he can. Look at the front 7. All within a second of each other. On this final circuit of Monaco. Joker, has he just pulled out a bit? Syme trying to close in. Everybody just be careful through the last chicane. It's claimed some victims today. Joker's into the final sector. Swanton still trying to get him. Mr. Pickle passes Al Newt. Syme goes the long way around the outside and Marvsky almost got him. Joker comes across and is going to win. Joker wins. Syme second from Swanton. Smug in 4th. Project Ty takes 5th ahead of Marvsky on penalty. And a Pro-Am win. Sloth in 7th from Mr. Pickle. Then Al Newt, 50 Gent a lap down. And King Kong also. Pickle and Al Newt still racing, by the way. Joker has won in Monaco. Syme came back from the drive-through to pick second. Pretty much on the line from Swanton. Smug in 4th place. Project Ty has won the Pro-Am race. He's 5th from Marvsky. Sloth is 7th. Mr. Pickle is going to finish 8th. Ahead of Al Newt in 9th. Wow. What a race. Awesome race. That was Al Newt, the driver of the day from the game. My picks will be either of the winners, Joker or Project Tie. I've got 25 minutes to wait for Blobby Monday. As you see Joker take the podium. That's it for now. Give it 25 minutes. I will be back for Blobby Mondays at Canada. Give me a message on the Discord or on the DRS Discord if you want a seat for 100% Canada. 9:45. I'll be back. Need a toilet, so see you then.